matchup in this one. The Cavaliers come from Cleveland to play this one. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. So the Clippers win the tip. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love with a talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Kicks it out to Love. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Love's got the first points up on the board here for the Cavs. Paul kicks to Jordan. Outside, Green. Jordan the screen. Now the pass to Reddick. Clippers moving the ball around. Griffin's shot is off. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Here's Irving, following the basket by Chris Paul. Thompson sets the pick for Irving. In the corner, it's James. Love outside. 4 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Paul kicks to Redick. Jordan the screen. They kick it out to Green. 6 to shoot. Paul dishes to Griffin. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Griffin's got his first basket.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
The drive by James. Irving, good.
Boy, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
And here is Paul. And the rejection by Love. Passes it to Smith. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
The kick out to Irving. Feeds it to Smith. Dishes to James. And they double him up with LeBron. That's short off the rim.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Paul goes in to the inside. Jordan the pass to Paul. Jordan with the screen on LeBron. Paul kicks to Green. And now James pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Here's Irving.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the league.
Agreed. Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Picked by Griffin. Paul dishes to Green. To the middle. And stolen by Fry. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And the dunk by James.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Now the dish to Griffin. Pass to Jordan. Right wing. 6 to shoot. And the basket good.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge. Always.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. On the wing, James. The kick out to Irving. Fires top of the key. And it comes off the front of the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Again, the miss by Paul.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
James kicks to Fry. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Some people think LeBron's athleticism, Clark, has declined over the last few years. He might be the first to admit it. He still looks terrific, though.
Well, he's, you know, that's a natural progression for any player,
Sure.
even if you are LeBron. But he's still an elite athlete by NBA standards.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for the Cavaliers. And it's Paul penetrating. The Clippers need to get off a shot. That shot by Griffin, no good.
And remember the quote from LeBron on the subject. Obviously, I'm not the 18-year-old kid that I was before, but I can still do the things I need to be successful.
It's good for a second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this. And, you know, LeBron was just so far ahead of everyone in the league when he was young. I mean, even a LeBron who has lost a step is more athletic than 95% of our league.
Dellavedova kicks to Smith. Takes the 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. And it's Green, missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
The drive by James. Here's Mozgov. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And really, these teams don't even look like they belong on the same court today.
I don't think they do, based on what we've seen. A double-digit lead, and we're still in the first. Ouch. That's painful.
Let it pass it to Paul. Shoots from 12. The offensive rebound. Cleveland leading by 10. Mozgov with it. Back to Smith. Kicks to Mozgov. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Mozgov's got his second basket of the game. Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
And the Clippers call time here.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders, but thus far he's proved to be worth it.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Clippers trailed by 12.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle. It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Aldridge kicks to Rivers. Pierce dishes to Aldridge. Just 4 to shoot. There's Crawford with the 3. That's good. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 20-7 run. Pass to Dellavedova. Mozgov a screen on Rivers. Dellavedova the pass to LeBron. Mozgov up top. The 3. And it's Dellavedova missing.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Mozgov sets a screen for Smith. Crawford with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Pierce with the ball. He kicks to Rivers. They set the screen. It's stolen by Smith. And here comes Smith leading the fast break.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
And it's Pierce in the corner. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
.104 left here in the first quarter. Inabamute kicks to Crawford. Shot clock at 5. Fires for 3.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
Yeah, they're having a hard time getting the ball in the basket, Greg. I mean, and as a result, falling behind here.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
Here's Smith. Tries to keep it alive. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Crawford, no one around him. Crawford with another miss.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Dellavedova dishes to Mozgov. There's the pick. Gets it off. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Cavaliers lead by 13. And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Cavaliers?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
On the court for Cleveland, Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Iman Shumpert. Then it's Jefferson. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Fry in at the power forward.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down. And guys, the Clippers last year, they were okay against the Eastern Conference, but not spectacular. You would have thought that with how well they were overall, they would have just really feasted on the East.
That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Paul outside. He feeds it to Mbamute. Paul kicks to Johnson. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Johnson's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Clippers. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Shumpert in the corner. Out to the right wing. Here's Fry. Can't hit. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Johnson again. Shumpert. Back to Paul. Got a hand on it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Blake Griffin. He's checked in for Mbamute.
Blake Griffin.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Dellavedova, the pass to Shumpert. They set the pick. He dishes it to Fry. Griffin with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Redick. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
That's really how they're going to get back into this game, trim the lead. I mean, play tough defense, force some turnovers, and then push it to the other end.
And, Clark, those steals allow you to play in the open floor.
Mozgov dishes to Shumpert. Now the feed to Fry. In the corner, it's Jefferson. 4 on the shot clock. Shumpert. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Paul with the ball. Now guarded by Shumpert. Here's Redick. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
That is really poor defensive awareness. I mean, he's one guy you don't want to give any space to. You've got to stay attached and connected.
They set the pick. It's Fry atop the key. To end the drought. Offensive rebound. Here's Jefferson. Mozgov kicks to Shumpert. Good. Shumpert's got his first points of the game.
Looked like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
Jordan the screen. And it's Paul penetrating. It's tipped. Now it's Shumpert running. He can go all the way. That is just nasty.
Off the athleticism on that finish.
The windmill finish. Now that's nasty. How do you do?
Finishes the play. Utter disregard for his own safety.
And his teammates still shaking their heads. You know what? He must have told them to be on the lookout for something special.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And then for Cleveland, Love comes in for Mozgov. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Here's Paul. There's the pass to Griffin.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
That's good from Blake Griffin. And guys, Blake Griffin has got to be one of the more humble stars in the league. You rarely hear about off-court issues and interviews. He's engaging and comes off kind of as a regular guy.
That's the way it appears to me, Kevin. The young man has his head screwed on pretty tight and both feet on the ground. He started out as a class act, and he stayed one.
On the clock. And Shumpert kicks to Irving. And the 3 off target. Paul outside. Green the screen. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. And it's Paul penetrating. Good on the shot. And now just a 5-point Cleveland lead.
And talking about Blake Griffin, one of the more well-liked players in our league, but also one of the most teed-up players, top 5 in the league for the past 4 seasons. He's been ejected from several games as well.
Irving for 3. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Paul outside for 3. Outside for Griffin. They shoot again. Cavaliers with the rebound.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Reddick's got the ball. Outside, Green. Paul with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Irving against Paul. Looking to get it going. He takes it up and lays it in. Paul's got 10 points in the game.
And, you know, getting back to Griffin, it's hard to stay grounded in this league. All the money, endorsements, ad campaigns, commercials, and so forth, that stuff can take you off track. But I think he's going to be grounded and maintain his focus going forward.
Passes it to Front. Down low. It's stolen by Green. Now here's Reddick, the fast break opportunity. The drive by Green. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Again, the miss by Paul. Irving kicks to Fry. Inside. Love draws the double. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Jefferson. Here's Irving. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Irving's got 7.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Love right side. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. I was just watching Kevin Love. He brings so much to the table. But if you had to pick one thing, Clark, it might be the rebound.
I agree with you. I mean, he's not super athletic, doesn't blow you out of the water with his athleticism. But a few seasons back, this guy averaged 15 rebounds a game.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Cole Aldridge, he's checked in for Griffin. Pierce comes in for Johnson. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Irving against Rivers. From deep. But they recover it. Smith for 3. Shot is off. Nice D from Crawford. Rivers passes to Green. Feeds to Pierce. Back to Green. There's Crawford with the 3. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
And guys, you look at what makes Love such a prolific rebounder. Great anticipation. I mean, he has the broad shoulders to create space in the paint, the strong anchor to hold his position. It's no wonder he's been a dominating force on the glass at every level since high school.
James misses. Clippers trailed by 3. Pierce kicks to Rivers. They kick it out to Green. Uncovered. Thompson with the rebound. Cavaliers shooting about 42% so far. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And the Clippers making a change here. And Baamute's checked in. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Here's Rivers. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Austin Rivers traded to the Clippers last year. A change of scenery did him well, and he was comfortable coming off the bench.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I mean, he seemed to get steady playing time, and that's what he needed most. And also, he wasn't defined by a position. They were able to find a niche role for him to play.
Here's Irving. And he gets it to go. Irving's got 12 in the game. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And, you know, the role for Rivers last season was that of a bench scorer. I mean, not sure if he'll ever be a starter, but he can be a part of a winning basketball team with his skill set.
James dishes to Love. No luck. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
.54 seconds left in the first half. Amute is screen on Smith. Rivers passes to Pierce. Shot, high post. And Thompson sends it back. It's a pick by Love. The drive by James. Cleveland shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And he can't get the first one.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Clippers. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Irving. And Channing Frye's subbed in for J.R. Smith. And they double up James. So it's the Cavaliers now. Just 5 on the clock. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
So we've reached the end of the Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
A lot of action from Irving. He has 12 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
And you've got to take care of business at the free throw line. Not just getting there, but converting.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
The way he was able to attack the rim in that first half, defenders are going to need to start building walls and being connected defensively if they want to have any chance to stop him.
Now, come on, Greg. That's much easier said than done when he's the penetrator. I mean, his speed and agility make him extremely tough to cover.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Green in at the three. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. Pulls from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Griffin's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations, really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
No good on that one. Thinking about Doc Rivers being a leader, he was like that on the floor, Clark, as well. You know that. You went against him.
A leader and a winner, no doubt about it. And there have been a lot of coaches that came from his old Celtics team. And of all of them, perhaps the least surprising is Doc Rivers for the reasons we just mentioned. Leader and coach on the floor.
Irving kicks to LeBron. Mozgov sets a screen for LeBron. Dishes it to Mozgov. No good. Good D by Jordan.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Irving against Paul. Down low. They kick it out to Green. Misses the three. The Cavaliers leading by 5. On the wing, Irving. James with it. Chris Paul covering. The shot's good from Smith.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Jordan the screen. Here's Green. Dives for it. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Love comes in for Shumpert. The screen from Thompson. To the left side wing. Love wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 6 assists in the game. Picked by Griffin. Paul dishes to Green. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Cleveland leading by 8. Outside Irving. Goes up on the wing. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Paul with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. Offline with his 3.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Love kicks to Smith. Back to Love. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Griffin against James.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult. while they're trailing?
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Out to Thompson. And stolen by Jordan. Up the floor. Flushes it down to finish the break.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
LeBron drives in. Green with the block. There's the triple. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists in the game.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Usually you talk about how tough a player is, and you're always talking about big guys. But Chris Paul is as tough as they come playing that little point guard position.
Yeah, he's a power pack when you look at him. I mean, he's played through a lot of injuries and still has a big-time impact on the game. Most recently in the playoffs, he played through injury to beat the Spurs.
Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Redick with the 3. And the shot is good. Redick's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers. LeBron kicks to Thompson. Love at the elbow. Back to Thompson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
For the Clippers, Aldridge comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And Wesley Johnson, his sub for Jeff Green. Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Got a career high 55% from the floor.
And Mbah-a-Moute's checked in for the Clippers. Crawford comes in for J.J. Redick. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Ramon Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
The drive by LeBron. The rebound by Johnson.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Paul kicks to Johnson. Pass to Mbah-a-Moute. Clippers moving the ball around. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. And the dunk by LeBron.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And it's Paul penetrating. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
So for the Clippers, Paul Pierce is checked in for Johnson. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. There's a screen. LeBron passes to Fry. Shumpert gets a wide open look. No good. That would have tied it. Mozgov with the steal. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
Yeah, and something else they've done all through this one is knock down the mid-range jump shot whenever they've had the chance.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in. Here's Rivers. Drops in the layup for 2. Rivers has got 5 points so far.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Ready by Shumpert. Crawford drives in. It's Pierce on the wing. Mozgov with the block. One-on-one here. Here's Shumpert. Outside for Jefferson. Dellavedova dishes to Fry. The shot no good.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Pierce. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Stolen by Rivers. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
Picked by Mozgov. There's the dish to Fry. Sinks the three-pointer. Fry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
To the paint. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Crawford. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they're bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as we thought.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
So, timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
And those midseason trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. And it's James Jones in for Richard Jefferson.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they played best midseason. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play. Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Crawford outside. And Jones pulls it down.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Shumpert. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Rivers kicks to Pierce. Picked by Griffin. In the corner, it's Crawford. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter. Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible, incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
And And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for him. It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Hey, I don't know if it was changing baskets or what, guys, but they clearly look a lot better offensively.
Here's Love. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And we... All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. The Clippers in the lead. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Dellavedova and Smith are the guard tandem. Kevin Love out there with Jones. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. Just 5 to shoot. Ball outside. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Dellavedova, the pass to Thompson. Smith outside. Kicks it to Love. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Griffin is Green on Smith. Paul dishes to Green. The Clippers keep it alive. The Cavaliers trailing. Smith outside. Pass to Love. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch four, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
As Greg was talking about Clark back to Love, it wasn't his choice to camp out from 3 last year. It was designed that way to create operating space for both LeBron and Kyrie.
Yeah, and you think about it, it's hard to ask a successful post player not to play to his strengths, but Love made the sacrifice, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that, Kevin.
Cleveland with the ball. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. That puts them in the lead. And that's 10 points for J.R. Smith.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Griffin with the steal. Now the feed to Reddick. He kicks it to Griffin. It's tipped. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Jordan kicks to Paul. Puts up a 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. There's the pass to Dellavedova. Thompson again. Screen. And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Thompson. That's 10 points for Kevin Love.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He talked mainly about giving them a different look defensively and dropping more bodies into the paint, saying, listen, they're eating us up on the inside, and we need to do whatever it takes to stop it. Guys, back to you.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. LeBron, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Matthew Dellavedova.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Just 5 to shoot. Paul passes to Griffin. It's tipped. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. LeBron outside. Smith outside. There's Mozgov. Makes it off the glass. And it's a 6-point Cavalier lead.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks the coach drew.
That shot by Griffin, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Outside Irving. From outside the arc. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. A drive by Paul. And the Clippers miss again. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Here's Irving. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Cleveland.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin, but you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Fry. And it's Iman Shumpert in for Smith. Here's Paul. Inside. Shot to stop the run. That shot by Griffin, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Irving dishes to Thompson. He feeds it to Shumpert. Here's Mozgov.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Not to the surprise of anyone, really, but the Clippers last year were strong at home once again. They managed to go 30-11 at Staples Center.
Yeah, and Kevin, that makes 3 straight seasons for the Clippers of 30 or more wins at home.
Check out the game from Mozgov. He has 9 rebounds. He's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
Pass to Reddick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Paul. Fires from the wing. And good. He nails it.
You know, the big thing for the Clippers is that they won some big games and staples over tough opponents. I mean, also won 6 of their last 7 to secure the 3 seed in the West.
The drive by James. Irving kicks to James. Got a piece of it. On to Shumpert. 3-pointer. And that one's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 12.
And one issue with the Clippers at home is that it didn't feel like they were at home. But Blake Griffin said home court advantage is just not there for us. And this is on the heels of a loss where the crowd was cheering for the other team louder than the Clippers at times. A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. We're talking about the strength of LeBron now. We saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to their body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Tristan Thompson. And Smith subbed in for Shumpert. Paul outside. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Well, at this point in his career, Clark, it's safe to call Chris Paul one of the all-time great point guards.
Yeah, without question. I mean, for a long time, it was hard to argue that Chris Paul wasn't the top point guard in the league. Even now, you can make arguments for others, but Paul is always going to be in the conversation.
And so Paul nails both of them.
And with Paul, it is all about his consistency. Other point guards will have better years or stretches than him, but he just puts up huge numbers year in and year out, literally like clockwork.
James, the pass to Love. No good. Griffin with some nice D.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Paul for 3. Again, the miss by Paul.
You know, it's amazing to me how little fanfare CP3 gets. I mean, he's not a flashy player, but you look at his effectiveness on the court, and he's a once-in-a-generation kind of talent. I mean, he's done it all his entire career. You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
And the shot is good.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
And that one's good. Paul's got 20 points.
I'll tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Moving it in, it's Paul. Smith dishes to Love. To the paint. Here's Irving. That falls. Great assist by Love. 17 points for Kyrie Irving.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
He dishes it to Smith. James with it. Now Green defending. In the corner, Irving with it. Again, Irving missing.
one made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Paul with the three. Jordan gets to Green. Paul outside. Got a hand on it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. On defense, Cleveland. They've led by as many as 14 points. Second shot opportunity. No good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Feeds to James.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
Man, I got to pick my jaw up off the floor after that one, guys.
Redick with the three. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Now, you know you got game when you can knock down a shot like that with the defense hanging all over you.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Ball against Irving. LeBron outside. It's a pick by Love. LeBron kicks to Smith. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Jordan the pass to Paul. Redick with the three. The Cavaliers pull it in. Fry's got his 4th rebound in this one. Irving double team. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Cavaliers.
Steve, I agree. You know, I think the attitude was very impressive. Clark, you talked about this before the game. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. They put a tremendous performance in terms of effort and intensity, and they deserve to win this one.
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for LeBron James. He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference. A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
The drive by Paul. That is good.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. LeBron left side. Dishes it to Smith. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
Fires from deep. And Chris Paul gets the three.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we